What's going on, Reapers? It's Devon says Reaper Training, and today we're gonna go back into the Reaper Motivation Podcast and our 2020 resolutions early this year, guys. We're starting a brand new page, starting a brand new life right now. It's not gonna be any procrastination. It's not gonna be any maybes. It's not gonna be any I'll do it next week. I'll do it this time. No, right now we're starting a new chapter in our lives, and we're gonna make it the best chapter that we can. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is Reapers over here, right? We're one of a kind breeds. We're different. We have confidence. We have the flair. We have things that people want, but they just don't know how to attain it. And that's just the mental capacity to be great. And what I want from you guys is I want you guys all to be bosses. I don't want you to, the other day somebody told me, they was trying to give me tips on like how to deal with people at work. I don't want to give a fuck about people at work. I don't want to care about supervisors. I don't want to care about employees that I can't stand. You know what I want? I want to be the boss. So there is nobody telling me what the fuck to do. There is nobody getting on my ass and bothering me and all this other nonsense and unfair treatment and fuck that. I don't want to be the one in charge. If you want to where if someone's sitting there and they're not giving you the respect you deserve, you stick your hand out, you shake their hand, you tell them, it was nice doing business with you, but I think we're finished. No arguing, no fussing, no nothing, none of that. Financial freedom. Ability to do what you want to do. And that's what 2020 is going to be about, guys. That's what this new grind is going to be about. I want you all to start your own businesses. I want you all to have the ability to be the best you can be. I want you to sit down, save some money, make a plan, find something that you love. If you're a Reaper, you need to find something that you love outside of just being fit, outside of just, getting money. You need to find something that you enjoy and that you can do all the time. With this fitness thing, I'm trying to take Reaper training to heights that I can only fathom in my head in my wildest dreams. That's the type of heights I want to take Reaper training to. But every height that I want to take it to is all things that I love to do. It's all things that I can see myself doing for a consistent basis over and over again. And that's the whole point. I don't want you guys to be worker bees. I just don't. I don't want to be a worker bee. Every day I'm at this yard, every time I talk to somebody and they just kind of like, well, you got to make the best. Well, I'm making the best of it. But you know what? Every time I close my eyes, every time I just sit back and I just have some time to myself, I just imagine myself being like 50, waddling my old ass into that goddamn place, clocking in, looking back on life. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I even chase my dream? Did I do anything that I wanted to do in life? Did I take any of the opportunities given to me? Or did I just sit here and just buy time? Just kind of just go along with the flow. Let me tell you guys something that no one wants to. I'm going to keep it real with y'all guys. This is Reaper Training. We're going to keep it all the way 100. Nobody wants to die an employee. It's a fact. Now, some people will say, nobody wants to die an employee. If you ask anybody, and it doesn't matter who it is, you can ask them, you can give them the choice between dying, working for themselves, and dying as an employee. They're going to choose the other every time. Now, you're going to tell some people's on the front, they're going to say, I don't want the responsibility. Man, listen. When you have the ability to wake up when you want to wake up, to do what you want, to go on vacation when you want to, who doesn't want that opportunity? Everybody wants it. But you know what's the truth, guys? Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to be one. Everybody wants to be a beast, but no one wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to work those 70-hour weeks. Nobody wants to stay up late. Nobody wants to run off 3 hours of sleep. Nobody wants to go through these trials and tribulations, but they want the accolades. They want the top. So how can you sit there and say you want to be the best, but you don't want to work like the best do? All the best work. Y'all think Michael Jordan got to where he was just by, saying fuck it? You think LeBron James where he's at just because he said fuck it? Patrick Mahomes? Lamar Jackson, all these players that are just exceeding at their levels, you think they all just woke up one day and said, I'll give this a shot. They don't come to the games, they don't practice all week. All they do is get up and watch the film, and go straight to the games and ball out. Don't be afraid of the possibility that failure is great. And in 2020, we're attacking everything. I want a whole bunch of arrogant, hungry demons on my channel. That's all I want. I want people that just want to find what they want to do and attack their goals with the utmost ferocity and the utmost determination, the utmost goal hunting orientation of their mind. I want you guys writing books. I want you guys reading books. I want you guys planning out businesses. I want you guys applying for LLCs. I want you guys doing all these things. Not saying it's all going to happen in 2020. I want you to put together 3 personal business goals for yourself. And I want you to set 1 fitness goal. We're going to hunt goals on this channel. 2020, it's the year to do it, guys. And we're starting right now. I'm saying 2020 because I go by yearly goals, but we're starting right now. If you haven't taken the opportunity, the time to think of what you can do to be financially free, to run your own life, do it now. Because no one's going to do it for you, guys. Nobody's going to sit there. Let me tell you something. You wake up every morning and you bust your ass. If you're like me, you work a type of trade, you bleed, you sweat. I don't really know if anybody crying out there, but you know, if you crying at work, then your ass is crying. But you're doing all this work, all this pain, all this grinding for someone else's dream. Everything you're doing, there's someone who woke up one morning and wanted to chase a dream, and you're doing all this hard work for them. You're not chasing yours. You gave up on yours. You said, fuck it. You're gonna be average. But I'll tell you right now, this is 100. You guys have siblings, and you guys have kids. They gotta look up to somebody. They're gonna look up to somebody. They're gonna look up to you. One thing my generation told me a long time ago is that somebody's always watching. Somebody's always looking up to you to see what you're doing. You're setting a precedent right now. I don't know about you guys, but one thing I know I don't want my kids to look at me and say, Daddy's got a whole bunch of excuses. Because when they come and ask me why I sat there and I stayed at this job for 25, 30 years, what I'm gonna say? I had a job, life is hard, and I just kind of gave up on, man, fuck that. You know what they're gonna hear? Excuse, excuse, excuse. And guess what? When they fail in their class, excuses. Flunked out of college, excuses. When they get that little bullshit ass job, excuses. They don't give you the same thing that you gave them. But if you sit there and you tell them that you put 110%, even if you fail, let's say you stay at your job for 30 years and you fail, and they come and ask you, say, I gave it 100%. I gave it all I could. I did this, I did that, I did this, and guess what? You can tell them everything that didn't work. You can tell them everything that failed. And they take that blueprint and they say, I'm gonna do what my dad could. I know that make him proud to know that I've accomplished what I could. You guys are setting a precedent. We are setting a precedent. And I'm gonna have a whole separate channel on Afrocentric pride. But for my brothers out there, we're setting a precedent. 2020, we're setting a precedent. So I want you guys to really sit back, really think about it, and decide what it is that you're trying to do with yourselves, guys. No one's gonna do it for us. No one's gonna grind for us. No one's gonna fight for us. No one's gonna take us out of. I want you guys. And then another thing, in 2020, we're not blaming the man anymore. I'm done with it, man. I'm one of the main people. I'm gonna tell you, the government do some shiesty shit. Period. This rat race is planned out from life to death. From birth, from the time you're born to the time you die, all this is planned out. And there's that select few people. That's a select little group of people that's just like, man, the fuck is this? What are y'all doing? Fuck no, I don't want to do this. Pay bills and die? Go on vacation once? Hell no. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna go this way. I'm not gonna follow what y'all doing. I'm gonna go do what I'm doing. And guess what? When they do that, they chase their dreams, they accomplish what they're trying to do, guess what? They're part of the people that's making decisions on your life. Those millionaires, those billionaires, the Mark Zuckerbergs, all those people, they're making decisions on your life. And what we do, we sit there, we complain about how much money they got, how they should get back. We not doing it ourselves, but y'all should give us something back. sound. We're Reaper mentalities, and if I'm coming off kind of, arrogant or anything like that to y'all, this ain't a channel for you. I would definitely go and look at some more kiddie-friendly videos. But all my Reapers over here, we already confident. We already some demons. We already somebody who's just trying to hunt these goals and go after what we believe in. So I want y'all to really sit back, right, and really think about 2020. Starting now, starting today. Let me tell y'all something, guys. For every moment that you sleep, for every moment that you don't chase your goal, for every moment that you accept being where you are, there's somebody out there that's coming up with $1 billion plan. There's somebody out there that's working just a little bit harder than you are. And they just gonna take that extra step. And you never know whether that extra step that you could have took could have been a jump in the future. Shoot for the moon, guys. Worst case scenario, be a star. This is Reaper Training. We don't chase dreams, we hunt goals.